Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers' offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase. He wants to take the top off. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
The give on the inside. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. You're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Surging forward on the sneak.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. It's a draw. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Keep bringing the heat like that, you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the ground with the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. No huddle here for the offense.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard-hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking downfield, it's Walters. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed, and the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it there going the other way. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he puts through the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That fumble in crust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch, inbounds, and it's a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Texas offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Scanning the field, it's Walters. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Forced out of the pocket. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn. James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes his connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. They're trying to get to it. Snags it. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The give to the back. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Texas calls his campus the 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas. And this guy is having a day.
Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
He's got it down the middle.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now listen, we could debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Using the quick game, the offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Grabs it in the middle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
This offense is clicking. Literally everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. Splits the uprights. Good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback checking off. Back to pass, it's Walters. Finds the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned. Sast.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback burning strong.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Handoff from the gun. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Going for it all. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He's looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
They're working that left side. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gains, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some 1st downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end.
Right through his fingers, he muffed it.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pickup of 5 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. And he got smacked just as he released a pass.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He got it. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Auburn lines up quickly.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes a connection. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. On second down, wants to throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Auburn! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. And you could tell he knew exactly where he was. Got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. But he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Walters. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense better not blank. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Picked off. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football.
On second down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Morrison. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football is going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going over the top. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I get it. At this point in the second half here, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Right back to the well. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Reads it, fires complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Handoff to the single back. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that clock if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Walters. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Goes to the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Let's go. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll do it himself. Got enough space. Oh, it's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Leaves it with the back. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Fires it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get